Kevin Harvick has tied a record that only Dale Earnhardt Sr. and the King hold, and J.J. Yeley is expanding his racing effort. All that and more coming up next. What is going on, everybody? If I haven't earned your subscription, I'm hoping today is the day that I will earn that subscription. All right, Kevin Harvick, with his top 5 finish at Phoenix, has tied a record held only by the King and Dale Earnhardt. Let's take a look at what it is. This article from The Heavy: Kevin Harvick just turned in a historic performance at Phoenix Raceway. The driver of the number 4 Stewart-Haas Racing Ford Mustang finished 6th and posted his 18th consecutive top 10 at a single track, tying 2 NASCAR Hall of Famers in the process. There are only 3 drivers that have posted 18 consecutive top 10s at a single racetrack. 7-time Winston Cup champion Richard Petty did so at North Wilkesboro Speedway between 1968 and 1977, with 9 trips to victory lane during that stretch. Fellow 7-time champion Dale Earnhardt set his mark at North Wilkesboro as well from 1983 to 1992, while winning 4 times. Harvick's run of 18 top 10s began at Phoenix in 2012 when he posted a runner-up in the spring race and a win at the end of the year. He has maintained this streak at the 1-mile track while switching teams and winning 7 times and working with multiple crew chiefs. So that is a pretty cool stat, one that I missed yesterday with the regular recap. Of course, the big story being Chase Briscoe winning the race, but that is also really cool. Like, just think about how good you have to be at a track over the course of an extended period of time, basically a decade or more, and Kevin Harvick has managed to do it. So he, although he doesn't have the wins that Petty and Earnhardt had at North Wilkesboro, he definitely at Phoenix has something special going on, and that is just a bunch of top 10s like that is super underrated. Just really, whenever you can get into the record books with Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt, that is just an enormous feat. And I mean, I don't really get caught up in records and stuff like that, but that's definitely something when he retires he can look back on and say, hey, that's pretty crazy. I'm in the record books beside Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt for that particular statistic. J.J. Yeley is expanding his Xfinity program to be the entire season. J.J. Yeley has just expanded his 2022 NASCAR schedule in a major way. He will run the full Xfinity Series season with MBM Motorsports after a strong start to the year. MBM Motorsports announced the news on March 12th with a Facebook post. The team confirmed that Yeley will run full-time in the number 66 entry, while a variety of drivers will take control of the number 13 during the season, though the second entry will be on a more part-time schedule. We've been in such a rush to prepare for the Cup and Xfinity cars, I did not take the time to post that the week before Daytona, MBM made a deal to put J.J. Yeley in our 66 car for the entire season. Team owner Carl Long wrote in a Facebook post, "We are happy the way our Xfinity program is developing, and we're making improvements each week. We are focusing on making the 66 the best we can while having fun and enjoying what we do with the 13. So that is good news, not only for J.J. Yeley, but also for MBM and Carl Long. They have come a long way from just being perennial. They were sort of, the Rick Ware before Rick Ware. They're just guys out there doing the best they can with the equipment they got, but they now finally have a program that might not necessarily compete for a championship, but they are definitely a lot more competitive than they ever have been. So it looks like their efforts and their focus on that 66 car are paying off, and they're giving J.J. Yeley a full-time ride, and hopefully he can make a little bit of noise in the Xfinity Series. And finally, I wanted to end this on a little bit of a silver lining to a bad, terrible story, really. I told you earlier about the tragedy with DGR where they lost their truck driver and 2 other crew members were injured. Well, they decided they wanted to race Phoenix anyway in honor of those people who were in that wreck. So the truck driver from Haley Deegan's Truck Series team went and got the backup car, brought it to Phoenix, and Taylor Gray got in that car and won, and he was choked up in victory lane, but he did manage to say, in effect, that he didn't have a lot to say and he can't express in words what this means, but he was racing in their honor and he was glad that he could get them a win, and he felt The truck driver, his name escapes me right now, over his shoulder and looking over him as he was running that race. So a little bit of a silver lining to a tragic story. He got a win in honor of all the people that were injured in that crash. And so that is a little bit of a silver lining, and that will definitely boost the morale with that organization. So good that happened, and they were able to honor Mr. Stotts in that way. So yeah, and that's just that's the way I want to end this one, on a little bit of a silver lining in that bad story. All right, that is all I've got for you today. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe down below. If you got a comment, leave it down in the comment section. I'll read as many of them as I can. I try to get to all of them. And other than that, thanks for your time. Peace.